What's up, you guys? Welcome to the very first cybersecurity education video in 2020. I hope you guys had a fantastic New Year's, a wonderful, happy holidays in 2019. It's 2020. I can see clearly now, and it's time to talk about cybersecurity resolutions. It's that time of the year where you guys all have your resolutions set, and me being a cybersecurity education channel, cybersecurity has its own resolutions, and today we'll be talking about the top 5 cybersecurity resolutions that you guys should set for 2020. But before I get to those, I want you guys to post down below in the comments what your resolutions are for 2020. I'd really be interested to hear what you guys have for your resolutions. Some resolutions that I have this year: my first one is to completely cut out pop. The only exception would be for alcoholic drinks, because I like my Captain and Coke and I like my Crown and Coke, and it'd be super hard to get rid of it for that. But other than that, I want to completely cut out pop in my diet this year. My next resolution is to get more ripped. And so I want to be able to bench 300 pounds 6 times so that I can increase these muscles and I can look ripped for cybersecurity, so that I can keep my fast pace up and my intensity up during these videos for you guys to help keep this content interesting for you guys. And that's part of cutting the pop out too. By being healthier, I can do better and be more energetic at these videos for you guys. And then finally, my last resolution is to get 1,000 subscribers on this cybersecurity YouTube channel. So do me a favor, if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and help be that one person to get me closer to that 1,000 mark goal. Anybody that's subscribed already, I thank you so much for subscribing and helping me push further towards that goal, so that I can help more people like you learn about cybersecurity and protect themselves from the bad cybersecurity stuff that's happening all over the world. So now I got all these resolutions out there on the interwebs, on YouTube, so that you guys can make fun of me next year if I don't get those. But I'm not gonna miss those, so good luck with that. But I'll do a review video next year of how I did, and I'm gonna get this done. I'm confident that I'm gonna get my 1,000 subscribers. I'm gonna hit my 300-pound bench press 6 times, and I'm not gonna have any pop besides alcoholic drinks. That's how it's gonna be. No making fun of me next year. But you guys can doubt me, and you guys can check back next year and see how I did. All right, so now that we got our cybersecurity resolutions out of the way, it's time to talk about the top 5 cybersecurity resolutions that you guys should have in 2020. And number 1 comes in at setting strong passwords for every site and application, each and every single one that you have, which means that you need to go to every single website and application that you have and change the password to something different on each and every single one. And you want to change it to something strong. Luckily for you guys, I have a video out there that talks about how you guys can set a strong password. I'll post a link down below in the description. I know you guys might be saying,
it's from 2019, Levi.
Well, we're still at the beginning of 2020 at the release of this video, so that content is going to be good enough for now, but I should probably put on my New Year's resolution list to create a 2020 video to make some of you guys happy so that it's up to date with the year, right? But the reason why this is so essential is for those of you guys that watch my channel in the past, you guys know that data breaches are on the rise, and the chance is that you have been involved in a data breach, and all it takes is one of your accounts to be involved in a data breach. And if you're like most people, you have the same variation of passwords for each and every single website that you use, and an attacker can get one password from a breach and get into all of your websites and applications that you use and do whatever the F they want with those applications. Not a good thing. So make sure that you're changing your password for every site and you're setting a strong password for each and every one as well. All right, coming in at number 2, get a password manager. I've stressed this before. Number 2 relates back to number 1. The statistics show that you guys use the same password or the same variation of passwords for every site, and it's not good enough in 2020. You guys gotta get a password manager. A password manager will allow you to easily set a very difficult password for each and every website that you use so that you guys don't have to remember a password for every site. It just makes it super simple. Once you have your password manager set up, you go in there, you go to a website, you copy your password from that site that you set into the password manager, and boom, you have a difficult password, and you move on and you do this for each and every website that you use, and boom, you're good. You're as secure as you can be with your passwords that way. You can set as many strong passwords as you want, but you're likely going to have a difficult time remembering those, and a password manager will help you remember all of those strong passwords that you set for each and every single website. Some recommendations I have for password managers are KeePass, 1Password, and LastPass. I'll post links down below in the description so that you guys can check those out. And another New Year's resolution that I should have is to create a video on what a password manager is and how to use one, because I don't currently have one out there for you guys right now. Coming in at number 3, enable MFA or multi-factor authentication on everything. And I mean everything. Anything that supports multi-factor authentication, make sure you're turning it on in 2020. Fortunately for you guys, I do have a video on this. I'll post a link down below in the description so that you guys can check that out and learn everything you need to know about multi-factor authentication. But the gist of it is, it's important because there's so many different scams out there in 2020 that happened in 2019 that will happen in 2020 that convince you to log into a website, to text information, to give out information on a phone call, and you accidentally enter your password into a website, an application, or something like that, and boom, the attacker can get it into your account if you don't have multi-factor authentication turned on. If you have multi-factor authentication turned on, not only do they need to have the password that you entered into that fake site, they have to know that second factor, which would be an application on your cell phone that generates random passphrases that you have to put in after you enter your password, a physical hardware device that you have to plug into a device to be able to get in, an app that prompts you to approve to get into a site, things like that, a text message with a number that you have to enter before you're allowed to log in. It's just a second factor so that if you accidentally give out your password and didn't realize it, the attacker has to have that other method to be able to break in, and it makes it so much more difficult to break in your accounts if you have that second factor. Check out my video down below in the description to learn more. Coming in at number 4, update your devices and your software on those devices. I highly suggest making an inventory of all the electronic devices that you have that connect out to the internet and making a plan to get all of those updated, whether the physical device themselves, if they aren't supported anymore or they're really old, or the software on those devices connecting out and running the update on those devices, because those devices will be vulnerable if you don't get those updated, and you wouldn't want something to happen such as your smart TV being able to record you singing Taylor Swift or Justin Bieber or the Jonas Brothers when you have publicly made it known that you absolutely hate those bands, and having that spread out all over the internet so people can make fun of you for singing those bands that you absolutely claim to hate. But in all seriousness, things like smart TVs and other devices like that are the most vulnerable. Make sure you're going and getting those things updated. The first thing I would suggest is updating your router, because that's the most likely device that's going to get attacked. If that device gets attacked and the attacker takes over your router, they can basically do whatever the F they want to any device that's on your network at that point, your laptop, things like that. They can do a lot of terrible things, so you want to make sure to get that router updated, get all those other devices updated. The cost of saving money to update those devices if they're old is worth it. Don't assume that it's cost too much to update those devices. All it takes is for one piece of information to get stolen about you that's confidential or could ruin your identity, that could cost you way more than what it would cost to update those devices. Or if you lose a piece of precious data, such as family pictures or something like that, that would be a bad thing as well. So just spend the money so that you don't have to deal with that, or you reduce the risk that you're going to have to deal with those problems, and take the time to update those devices. One last note I'm going to make on this is, it is 2020, which means if you have a Windows computer and it's older than 2013, or you have Windows 7 on it, you have to upgrade to Windows 10, because Windows 7 is no longer going to be supported as of January 14th, which as of this video is going to be in a couple of weeks. I have a video that you can check out down below to learn all about what you need to do. Make sure to get those updated and don't wait. If you have any questions on that, leave a comment down below and I'd be glad to answer. And finally, the number 5 thing, stay cyber educated, stay cyber aware. Make sure that you're watching content like my channel on a weekly basis so that you guys can get that injection of knowledge to learn the newest tricks that hackers are putting out there. By learning those newest tricks and having people like me teach you how to protect yourselves from those tricks, over time watching that stuff, you'll build up an immunity, kind of like if you get a shot, and you'll be able to fight off those attackers a lot easier. Education is really key on protecting yourselves from getting those cybersecurity threats, and also do the world a favor and spread that cybersecurity knowledge to other people, and share my content and other cybersecurity professionals' content to others so that they can help protect themselves as well. The more people that know about the latest cybersecurity threats and how to protect themselves, the better the world will be. So make sure you smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell to help promote my content up on the YouTube algorithm so more people can learn how to protect themselves from the terrible cybersecurity threats, and the world can be a safer place. Anyway, I hope you guys have a fantastic 2020. Go ahead and nail out those cybersecurity resolutions. I want you guys at the end of the year to be able to comment down on my last video and say, hey Levi, I did all 5 cybersecurity resolutions and I didn't get hit by a cybersecurity incident this year. Thank you so much for helping me out, Levi. I want that for you guys so bad, so make sure you follow these, and make sure you keep following this channel throughout the year to help protect yourselves. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day, and have a fantastic 2020. I'll catch you next time.